What up everybody, it's me. So this week I decided to do something a little bit different for you guys. I did sort of like a 1-week sketchbook tour, or sketchbook challenge. I actually even went about making my own sketchbook. This is with some actually really cheap watercolor paper. I did have some problems with that, which you will see, but ultimately I really like the way this turned out. I decorated it with, well, I used scrapbook paper for the cover, and I think it turned out so pretty. So yeah, I'm thinking of making this like a regular thing that maybe I do once a month. Let me know what you guys think. So most of these I did portraits, working from reference. I tried to mix up the references as best as I could, but there are some that are, it's obvious where I got the reference from. So to any of my Facebook friends that may recognize themselves or recognize some of their features, yeah, I probably did use you. So let's get started. So here's my first one. Yeah, I gave her sort of this really thick black outline, trying to go for a more like street art graphic style, but I really like the way she turned out. This one didn't turn out so great. So this is kind of the problem that I had with this sketchbook paper. I learned that it has a facing side and a non-facing side. So on one side of the paper it has this nice texture to it, and the other side is really smooth. And I think it actually kind of has a like sort of waxy coating on it, so it didn't pick up the pencil crayon so great, and it ended up quite blotchy. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, like around her eye and stuff. It would go on really lightly, and then it would have like these periods where it just like came on really heavy and I couldn't erase it, so I didn't end up using the backside, so there's a lot less sketches in here than I intended. So these ones I really liked, actually. I painted this nice tangerine yellow in the background to kind of spice it up a little bit. This one, I love her hair. I might actually use this color palette in a future drawing or future painting, because I really like the way it turned out in her dark lips. So this is actually one of the ones that I think I just kind of straight up got carried away drawing from the reference. So I think it really looks like the person. So shout out to you. Blank page. Okay, and this one, I didn't do any coloring on. So it's sort of two drawings, but also just one drawing. So I really like the way it turned out. So I think I'm actually going to do a proper painting video on this one, just because I really got into it, and I think I just really want to do this one a little bit further. So stay tuned for this finished piece. Oh, and then I tried the back of the page again. And, oh my gosh, I did a man. So yeah, I just used a ballpoint pen. I thought I'd see if that worked a little bit better than the color pencil, and it didn't. You can see I got smudges and stuff everywhere. It was super scribbly, and like the pen kept jumping where it would start drawing really nicely, and then it would just straight up not ink a space. So it ended up really, yeah, that one didn't turn out great. These ones I actually really liked. So some of you know I did get a new camera, so I really wanted to draw it because I just thought it was the cutest thing. So I wanted to incorporate into a picture. So I got this lovely photographer person, and then this one kind of looks like a reference too. But yeah, I wanted to stick to sort of a like one-tone color palette and just do her in greens. I sometimes have trouble with greens. It's not one of my favorite colors, so I guess it was kind of a attempt for me to warm up to green a little bit. But yeah, I really like the way it turned out. I think it worked. On the blank page. And this last one, yeah, I started trying to go for a neutral color palette as well, or a monotone color palette, and I tried to do a portrait in just grays because I have these, actually I'll just pull them out, these 2 Copic sketch markers, and they are, oh I guess that way, in a neutral and cool gray. So I thought it might be cool to try to do a portrait with those, but the shading looks so sketchy because it's watercolor paper. It absorbed kind of too much, and it like just took a lot of ink, and then ended up really blotchy. It didn't color evenly, and then so she ended up super blotchy, and then she also looked really like ghostly looking, I guess. So I tried to fix it with watercolor as best as I could, but it still didn't turn out that great. She still looks a little bit sad. I think I was kind of moody that day when I did this, but yeah, it's okay. I like the lips though, like them some pretty lips, right? So yeah, that is my little sketchbook tour. I think most of these took me about like, I did them within like 3 days. Took me to sketch them out, and then I just added some like colors and stuff to make it a little bit more interesting. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this format, if this works for you, if you like that. I might do more videos like this in the future. But yeah, that's all I got to say for now. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys in another one. Bye!